Namaste, salutations and greetings. Once again, I am having issues on a Monday night, and we'll have to attend to the Rumble here in just a moment. Well, you got through the suckiest day of the week after a long weekend. So, you know what? I applaud you. I applaud you. I hate Mondays. Mondays after holidays are even worse. But we're through it. We are through it. What do you think?
I think so. I'm trying to do this.
You're trying to do what?
This.
Well, we have a fantastic show for you tonight. An absolute great one. You know, we only have beautiful people on our show. That is the top requirement. And, you know, we can't think of a more beautiful person than Nancy Wallace of Nancy's Own. She does so much in the community. And if you haven't heard, there is a Canniverse Awards that is going out. There's being nominations right now. Then there's going to be a voting phase. And then I think the actual nomination is going to, or the awards show is going to be on 4:20 in the evening. And Nancy Wallace has been nominated for several categories, but the main one that we're going to talk to her about tonight is auto flowers. Now, without further ado, you know, I can speak those. I can speak many languages. Without further ado, Nancy Wallace, hello, namaste. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
You know what? When Auto Flowers came out, I was a huge one in the anti-auto flower group. Yeah, you know, and
me too.
I grew some and changed my mind. So yeah, I was spouting all this stuff all off and all this hatred for auto flowers without even bothering to grow any. And then once I did, I kind of had to eat my words.
Well, I was an auto flower hater, and I had grown some, but I grew them many years ago when they weren't what they are today. And yeah, and use the same methods that I used on photo periods. And if you treat an auto flower like you do a photo period, you end up with a runt anyway.
Right.
It's just a different animal. You gotta drive it a little different. But after you know, coming back to autos again and finding some that I like and learning how to grow them, it's so hard. I mean, I still grow a few photos, but man, they take so long, and they're so needy. They want everything from you, and autos they're just not, they're low maintenance and they're not demanding.
Right. So how long have you been growing?
Successfully or trying?
No, because
all of the above.
Yeah, because before you can be a successful grower,
you have to be a failure.
You gotta kill a lot of plants.
Right.
Oh yeah. So when I first started, I was just a teenager. You know, we find a seed, we got to try to grow it. So probably, you know, several, maybe half a dozen years of trying to grow and never actually getting to the point of bud. With the outdoor and the window grows, you know, parents are pulling them up and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
then
right.
Finally get out on my own, and I planted one, but I didn't know, and this is a long time ago. This is back in the 80s, late 80s. I didn't know, there wasn't no internet yet, and I didn't know anything about 1212. So I had this plant, and it was like 5 foot tall and 5-gallon bucket, and I just hauled it around with me. And I moved in with this used car salesman in Houston one time, and I brought my plant, and he's helping me move in. He's like, "Oh, what are you going to do with that?" And I was like, "I'm just keeping it. It's my plant." And he's like, "Okay, well, when are you going to bud it out?" And I'm like, "No, I've been waiting a long time." And he was the one that told me the secret of 12 hours of darkness for a photo period. And we budded that out, and he helped me out. And I wasn't old enough to drink yet. I wasn't 21. So I'm 57 now, and about to be. No, did I just turn 58? I don't know how old I am. Anyway, I'm in my late 50s.
Right on, right on. We were kind of coming up about the same time period, and yeah, I remember. You know, the brickweed. If you could find somebody, I mean, we lived in Indiana. We had a few hippies every once in a while that that would grow some that would get off their stash, but most of them, wouldn't budge on it. They'd smoke a little bit with you, but as far as parting with any, it was no. So you just never knew. The quality was just so all over the place back then.
Absolutely, definitely. Like half the stuff that we smoked smelled like it came here in a horse trailer, like on the floor of a horse trailer.
Yeah.
And some of that was the good stuff.
Exactly. And hell, I always heard about Sensimillion, but never, it's like, oh man, that's really rare. Because wouldn't it be great to get some flour without stems and all, a half a ton of seeds? And now you have to buy genetics.
It's gone through so many different waves. I remember when I was young, and we were like, oh darn, there's all these seeds. And then there was a time period where, like, if you got a couple grams to the dispensary and you found a seed in it, it was like bonus. You were like, whoa, a seed, yay. and now I've come around to where I'm trying to get all seeds again, and I go, yay, it's all seeds.
It is funny how things go around. So
it's all in your perspective, though. It's all in your perspective. So at one time I would think, oh man, that's a nasty bag. If there's as much seed as there is weed, I'm unhappy about it.
Yeah. I used to be unhappy too. I'd clean everything up and weigh the stems and seeds, see how much,
your guy and be like, look, this is 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah, what the hell, man? This isn't what I'm paying for. You get what you get, it's just what I got. Yeah, I'm so happy those days are over. So when did you make the transition into primarily autoflowers?
Oh, probably a little over maybe 10 years ago. The legal market is what pushed me into autoflowers. Growing legally, once you start doing it under a legal pretense, it's a whole different ballgame. And you've got plant counts, and you've got this, and you've got RFID tags, and all of this stuff to go through. And it just kind of was a natural transition when you're growing a lot of photo periods in either a greenhouse or an outdoor setting. They get so big that you have to space them far apart, like 4 or 5 foot centers. And that's for the small trees. Like Mendo, they got to put their stuff on like 10-foot centers. Their plants get 10 foot around.
Right.
We were spacing them way out, yet we had that drip irrigation line running through there. We're watering the whole row. But when you first put your photos in, they're so far to the next photo period, it just seemed like such a waste. Yeah. And over at Dream Beans, Derek Shores, he's the one who turned me on to if I wasn't willing to grow all autos, then at least put one in between each photo period when I plant, and that way I get a 70-day harvest, and by the time the plants get big enough and need that space, the others are already come out, and I got something to smoke on, or right. To pay people with to get through the harvest on the other ones. Because photo periods, I mean, it's a huge investment. We start looking for seeds in October. And between October, November, December is when we have to purchase and make sure all our seeds get to us like by January. because if we haven't started plants by Valentine's Day, we're not going to have anything big enough to put out the 1st of June. And if you put little bitty ones, then the critters eat them up. You have to put out a pretty good sized plant just to keep it alive up there where it's nothing but wind.
Yeah, everything. Oh, yeah. I mean, mice, not only is there bugs, but, you know, mice, rabbits, everybody likes those tender shoots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anything and everything likes them. It's attractive to more species than just the human species.
Right. Right. Well, we all have an endocannabinoid system. You know, all of our little furry creatures and all benefit from the plant, which is even better.
Yeah, they've found it in all mammals and even in a few marine creatures, and they're not really sure how that works out. But
yeah, that is interesting. I haven't heard about the marine creatures.
I'd imagine.
Dolphins are mammals.
I'd imagine what they're finding is that more and more plants, as well as having terpene profiles, also may have cannabinoid profiles.
Yes. In fact, when you go under a microscope and look at some plants, you would think, "Oh, I'm looking at a pot leaf. Look at all these trichomes."
Right?
A tomato plant is covered in trichomes.
Right?
Yeah, so true.
They're not exactly the same, and they don't create psychoactive properties, but you know they're trichomes nonetheless. And I think it might be the tomato. I'd have to look it up. I think it might be the tomato plant that has the little 3-headed trichome, where it's a trichome, but it's segregated into 3 parts.
Right.
Well, that'd be kind of cool to see under
a microscope.
Under magnification.
Yeah, the electron microscope makes everything look way different.
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole bunch of people down there saying hello. Why don't you put up a hashtag?
I don't wanna.
I know you don't wanna.
I don't wanna.
With 32 new comments.
We got, let's see, should I go down the list? Say hi, Jane. Hi, Troy. Hi, Mr. Burns. I can't see them beyond that because I am.
I've got Jane Doe and Crystal and Margaret Jets in here. Macy Buds, Christina Dawn, Cranky Old Gaming, John Rando, Guy Cooksey, Michelle Lynn, Christy Gatto, Gordon Acton, Rose Buzza, Sandra Foster, Matt Piero. There's a bunch of folks up in here.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello. I have, and once I get this up, and because I had problems with this last week.
Yeah, you did really bad.
So let's hope it
works this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we got Thomas and Erica and Bill and Todd. Oh, it's No Shave November. Hey,
No Shave November.
It's actually December now.
Oh,
well, we're not shaving until spring, so there. I need to jump over here and finish something up real quick, so I get back on Rumble.
Nancy, I know I've asked you this question. I know other people have asked you this question, but how hard is it for a woman grower in the cannabis space?
Oh, so see, I didn't know there wasn't women. I just did it.
Right?
How hard is it to find a bathroom of your own? It's very difficult. it's all porta potties, and the seats are all sprinkled on already.
Right. You have to hover. You have to hover.
To find a dry toilet seat is absolutely impossible. But no, I didn't know. And I didn't know. I thought in order to be a breeder and to be taken seriously, that I was going to have a large commercial facility. So I worked my way up the ladder to a big commercial facility before I ever really started breeding or throwing my hat out in the ring. And I started with photos. I released a whole lot of photos and had a website. And that time I was already breeding autos, but I hadn't released any auto flowers of my own. I was just doing the photos still. I was actually breeding autos with some other breeders, so it was their stuff, not mine. And that's when I found out that all of the big breeders, like literally all the big breeders in the world, are doing it out of their house.
Right.
And, like, I mean, I climbed all the way to the top of this ladder.
Right. To find out I could have been doing this from my living room.
It was a stupid corporate situation where you have to like send 5 emails to get toilet paper paid for or whatever. It was just dumb stuff.
Right.
And I was just like, wow, okay. Well, I didn't re-sign the contract. I was like, let me climb back down off this ladder and maybe go.
So I, like I said, I grew with my husband. We did it as he was teaching me and I was learning as we were growing together. And it became like our peaceful time with each other. And I know a lot of growers find peace and find solace in their grow rooms.
Yeah, but it's great couples therapy.
It is because we work together.
You learn to work together towards a common goal. Before my husband was deported, we grew tons together, and I never even had to I never even had to talk to him or say anything about what was going on. He knew that if I cut a bunch of clones tonight, that he's got about 10 days before I'm going to pot him. So he'd just go, in the next 4 or 5 days and start making them a spot and hanging them a light and getting the soil and everything ready for me to do whatever I had to do next. And it was really, really nice to have an electrician, a plumber,
right?
An all-around handyman, somebody that and an amazing trimmer. He would trim forever and ever. It's hard to find someone who loves trimming, and he likes trimming. So
he loves it.
I enjoy trimming. I do. I mean, it's I find it kind of
and he puts
relaxing.
his music on and he gets in a zone. And
that's one area in cannabis where women do pretty much dominate. Trimmers and trim crews, there's more women than there are men.
Women pay more attention to detail than men.
Yeah, women women get the trim jobs better and faster than the men do. But no, I didn't realize that I was gonna be like the only girl when it came to entering competitions and stuff, and it's the only girl name, and everybody just assumes I'm a guy no matter what my name is. Everybody just assumes I'm a dude because of what I do, and I'm just like, but no, I didn't know. And when I started, there wasn't any real internet. We had High Times magazine, Ask Ed, and if you'd asked Ed, he would have said, "Yeah, women can grow." And
Yeah, Ed Rosenthal. I used his marijuana growers guide. I think I had the 2nd edition.
Yeah, that was the Bible for a long time.
That was the Bible, and I mean, you go back and you look at that 1st and 2nd or so editions now, and people are thinking, what were these folks thinking? This is all crazy stuff, but man, it worked back then.
Man, it's as much as an art form as it is a science. So
exactly.
Therefore, you can and everybody has a different environment, which also plays a huge part. So depending on your environment, your methods might be totally different than someone else's. And they both work.
Yep. You can use, and that's amazing. I'm glad you said that, because you can watch somebody have amazing grows, amazing harvests,
amazing results that you can never replicate it using their methods.
Right. And it's not, just because there's differences, you can try.
There's differences in the farmer. Now, what the saying is that the plants grow the best in the farmer's shadow. So it's not what you put on them. It's just how much you stand over them and sit with them and hang out with them. The more they see your shadow, the better off they do. But they can tune themselves to somebody's biochemistry. Even Even if you go, if that person leaves and takes a 6 months vacation and you move into the house that they're growing at and you use their lights and their equipment and their food and their environment, and their strains, it still won't be the same.
Nope. You are exactly.
I know this because I've babysat grows before.
You know what? I think we are going to take a quick musical interlude. Did you hear that, people? Interlude. That's a big word for me tonight. So
it's a big word for you every night.
That is a big
Oh,
word
that's
for
the
me.
space in between doing 2 dabs, isn't it?
Right, interlude. Yeah.
So we're gonna play some jazz. We're gonna play some Jaspers. So I dig this band. Kick back and enjoy, and we'll be back in just a moment, maybe, possibly.
Babe, you better run from me as fast as you can, 'cause I'm gonna hurt you, break your heart. I'm just a man, 'cause I've been scared, I've been abused. I'm afraid I'm being used. Whoa, understand, love, I'm just a man. Oh, I'm not ready for your love, 'cause I've been hurt so long. I might be blind of the light that you brought onto me, wanting you to get trapped, 'cause there's no turning back. Oh, can't you see I'm not what you need? Long drives in sunset, oh, but deception, yeah. Whoa, everything you see ain't as it seems. Oh, I'm not ready for your love, 'cause I've been here for so long. I might be blind on the light that you brought onto me. Oh, wanting you don't get trapped, because there's no turning back. Oh, can't you see I know what you need? No, yeah. Love a broken face, stuck you in this place. You know I'll never change. Said this couldn't be. You don't know what to say. I told you that you should just run away. Run away. I'm not ready for your love, 'cause I've been here for so long. I might be blind of the light that you brought onto me. I'm wanting you don't get trapped, because there's no turning back. Oh, can't you see I'm not what you need? No, I'm not what today. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that was the Jaspers. If you're in New Jersey, they're playing out. They are a working band out east. So if you're in that area, definitely check them out. Check them out on Facebook. I believe they're on Facebook, and also all of the streaming platforms. That is the Jaspers.
I really like them.
I do too. I do too. They've got a great vibe. They've got some. I got some good music out there. All right. Oh, let me get
Nancy back up
hold
here.
on. Oh, Nancy, you're muted. Yep, you got. Yeah, there we go.
Being quiet.
I couldn't unmute you because you had muted yourself.
I did that. Yeah. I was making sure that my tablet didn't pop on with music while I was dropping comments over in the comments. I can't tell how many people are in here, but it looks like a lot of people talking.
Yeah, we got quite a few people in and out and talking. Now, when did you? Because now I want to get into Nancy's own. What you're doing with your seed company, and also you are an award-winning breeder.
Yeah, I've already gotten awards and I've won awards for growing. I've gotten best grower awards in Oklahoma. I've gotten Auto Flower Cup awards years back. I'm encouraging the people that are growing the Nancy's Own seeds to enter the American Auto Flower Cup this year.
Oh, right on. We lost your video.
Yeah, it looks like someone in the other room is looking for the Wi-Fi password. It just popped up on my phone. Should I share the Wi-Fi password? I'm like, sure, I'll share it. I'm a sharing.
Now, I want to come back to this real quick. That you are a legal licensed grower. I mean, this is what you do. This is
it's in the other room, but yeah, I have my little license and I have an LLC, and
right.
I've been legal for over 15 years. I just can't go back to the traditional market. It's nice not looking over your shoulder. It's nice using your own name. It's not hiding out. So I don't think I'd ever go back to the traditional market, but I'll supply genetics for any market. I don't mind. I'm from the culture, but I'm willing to participate in the community and the industry.
Fantastic. And that's what we love about you, Nancy. That's what makes you so beautiful. So how did you come up
with... She's beautiful because she's beautiful.
She's beautiful because she's beautiful. So how did you come up with your strain has an amazing yield to it. I mean, this is like, when I first heard it,
for Garly Locks. So Nancy's Own is Nancy's own group of breeders. Right. I came up with some really innovative and cool ways to do the feminization, to do the reversal techniques. And I shared them with people that I knew that were breeding, but weren't necessarily like breeders. I told all the big breeders too, they didn't really care. But the little guys were like, I'll try it. And they did, and it worked great, and they liked it. And we traded genetics, and I gave them seeds and they gave me seeds. And out of those relationships, I've developed, 6 guys that I really, really like that grow really well. And so the Garly Locks comes from Locomotive Medical, who's one of my biggest collaborator. I supplied him with genetics probably 8 years ago or something. And he did a lot with them. And then he came back to me. He's like, look at all of these, and gave me some back. Oh, wow. And it was with his help that we actually started the Nancy's Own, because I had left a corporate job where they kept everything. I'd made 1 million seeds, but I didn't get to leave with any.
Of course. Margaret Jett, I want to thank you. Your baked goods were a huge hit, and I will probably be reordering for New Year's. So MJ baked goods.
Man, the baked goods are amazing.
Oh, they are. They are. They are. It's Grandma Walton's secret recipe. It's chocolate chip walnuts and candied bacon. You know what? I really dig these cookies, and they have a nice effect on things.
Yeah, you had me at bacon.
Right?
Right. So you put this together. What do you think about this? About this nomination? What do you think about these Canniverse Awards?
I think it's awesome that as new communities come online, cannabis culture is old. I mean, stoners have been around since caveman days.
Right.
You know, so somebody's, was dragging this shit all around the earth. It sure did manage to spread everywhere. So stoners have to be as old as time. But the new communities that come on, people that, maybe wouldn't have tried it unless it were something legal. And then there's dispensaries in their neighborhood or popping up, and once it became more socially acceptable, a lot more people decided to try cannabis. And that's where I think cannabis community comes in. It's a lot of people getting together, trying to educate each other, trying to figure stuff out because they're not from the culture. They don't already know everything that from, so many years of experience. Like a lot of us old guys, we know. Dude, you don't eat the whole brownie. What? No, nobody eats the whole brownie. But there's people these days, and they get a brownie, and they're like, "This is a serving," and they eat the whole thing, and they just don't know any better. So, it takes community collaborative experiences to be shared to fill everybody in, not to eat the whole brownie.
Right.
Yeah, unless you really want that whole brownie experience.
Well, maybe not on the first try.
Right.
Unless you're really wanting a really good night's sleep.
We see, I don't know about you, but we see a lot of people at festivals, especially first-time festival goers, because they'll come in and people will be handing them joints, and they'll hit the dab bar, and they'll pretty soon eat some a couple of cookies, and then the next thing they know, they're
having a panic attack in the corner, and I'm running over with CBD. Just put this under your tongue; you'll be fine.
Happens to all of us at one point or another.
But thankfully, the plant made the antidote for us, so we can cure our ills, whenever we need to.
Right.
Exactly.
The community's been wonderful, and there's the new cannabis community up in the north where where they've just had legalization for a little while, and they are going through the same like metamorphosis that every place goes through. California did it first in the 90s. California made medical legal, and they they went into their little cocoon, and it turned into something else, and then it became recreational, and then basically regulations take over, and things don't go so well for the little guy, and then corporate cannabis comes in, multi-state operators, and I can't say anything against multi-state operators because I am one.
Right.
But I'm never going to be a corporation where you have to, anytime you call the website, you're still going to get my phone number. Even if I'm not the one running it, I'll still be the one answering all the questions.
Right on.
Yeah,
well,
even if I get big and I have to have 4 or 5 people packaging packages for me every day or whatever, I'm still going to be the one on the phone. I'm not ever going to let it go to the point. I'll just slow it down. It'll just be like, no, I can only sell this many because that's the limit of what I can do. But I haven't reached my limit. So if anybody wants to go to the website,
absolutely, tell them where to find them.
I don't have a Cyber Monday sale, but I will extend the BOGO from Black Friday. It ended at night, but we'll open it back up again during this live. And it's at nancysown.com. There's photo periods as well as auto flowers. We just started adding a few photos because there's a lot of people out there that can't make that jump yet to autos. or even if they have, they treated them like photos and they're feeling discouraged and they need to grow a photo period again just to get, that good green feeling back before they try it again. But the autoflowers is just grow them opposite. Whatever you think you would do to a photo period, like putting it in a small cup, giving it low light, keeping it super humid. Don't do none of that stuff to the autoflower. Just
Right.
forever. Don't baby it along. Keep the light up. Don't put the light too close. Encourage it to stretch and grow. Whereas with our photo periods, we've spent all these many years trying to learn how to take an outside tree and grow it inside in the closet. So we're using all methods that actually stunt and slow down the plant.
Yep, bonsai them. Oh, all right. I want to go ahead and get this hashtag spun out because everybody is so lucky. You guys are so lucky because we are going to do another giveaway, and it's not going to be beard oil. I bet you can't guess what we're going to give away next. But in order to do that giveaway,
we got to get rid of this one.
We got to get rid of this giveaway. So I see a lot of people jumping in. So I will give them a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds to go ahead and get this in.
And you do not need a beard to use beard oil. Beard oil is good for all of your hair.
It is good for your skin. It is good for your hair.
You use it on these long armpit hairs.
Right on.
I could rub it on my legs.
It's great for dreadlocks. It's great for wrinkles. I mean, the list goes on and on of what jojoba and hemp seed oil are good for.
And fire one up for the prohibition state of Indiana. We are out here speaking in the wilderness. We are still a full prohibition state. So, you know what? Give us some love. Help support Indiana going legal. We would really appreciate it. We're looking at a lot of you legal states for guidance and help. So spark one up for the prohibition state of Indiana, and let's end this. All right, I've given everybody enough opportunity. Here we go.
And from the winners from last week, I still haven't shipped those. My bubble mailers will be here tomorrow, and I will get those giveaways out as well.
Brad Slagle,
are you still here? Come on down.
I'm burning one for the great state of Indiana.
All right. Well, thank you for the solidarity there, Nancy.
This is for the Indiana Women's Prison in Indianapolis.
Right on.
This one's for Brookville Women's Prison.
Right. What do we have? We have
this one's for Madison
here too.
We have Rockville just down the women's state prison in Rockville just down the road. And
I've been there. I did the tour. I did 3 counties and 3 women's prisons.
Wow, you are. You know what? When you do it, Nancy, you do it right.
All right, Brad's here. Brad
is here.
Brad, okay, buddy? Crystal Speed. And I will get that out to you. Like I said, I haven't gotten last week's giveaway shipped out because I was waiting on bubble mailers. And they will be here tomorrow.
Will they?
Tomorrow.
Will they?
Tomorrow.
The difference between buying bubble mailers in a big box and going down to the dollar store and getting a pack of 3 of them is so huge that you just have to wait for them to come in the mail.
That's it. It's $5 to go buy 3. And I spend 25 on 100.
Right.
And I send a lot of stuff out, and I use my bubble mailers to wrap my beard oil bottles in. So when I ship them out, the beard oil is rolled up in a bubble mailer and then stuck in another bubble mailer.
Right.
Are we having audio issues?
I think we're just Nancy's speakers picking us up.
Oh, okay.
No big deal.
All right. Wonderful. Oh, let me see. I don't have anybody that's trying to outguess me tonight. Look at that. Usually, as soon as I start, changing up hashtags, I have people jumping in here trying to guess what I'm going to do. And
Yeah, the last one is no shave.
but I want to congratulate you on this nomination, because you are much more than just a breeder and selling genetics. You do one of the most important things that we can do in the community. You're an educator. And when I say an educator, oh my God, is she an educator? If you have never grown ever and you want to grow, you tune into Nancy, and she is going to take you from seed to finish and is not going to steer you wrong. Why don't, Nancy, tell everybody a little bit about what you do and your education that you put out.
Yeah, I do a weekly show. I won't be there this Saturday though. I'm going to take a vacation to go to Florida. I might pop in for a quick, hey, what to do with your plants, because we'll be beginning week 6. And everybody's plants will be in flower. They need to be giving them bloom food and extra CalMag.
Right on.
For sure. So I'll be jumping on with the tips if people are doing the grow along. If you're not doing the grow along, we pretty much do an overview of the prior weeks. And you can always go back and rewatch them on YouTube or rewatch them on Facebook and see from the very first week when we started. Actually, this series, we started with prep and soil. Then we started seeds. Then we planted. And we're working our way all the way through to the end.
And Nancy has a easy to follow, and that is key here. I don't think anybody would have problems following the directions and the way that you set up and talk with people. This is very, very easy to follow along. You're not going to get lost. So if you ever have thought about growing and you've been a little hesitant to do it because you just don't know what you're doing, you don't have any friends that grow, this is a perfect opportunity for you to grow your own.
Absolutely. And in this day and age, like if I'd never done it and I Googled it, I'd be like, oh no, that's too complicated. It's too hard. I'm not going to be able to do that. And I have to learn chemistry, and I have to learn environmental sciences, and I have to learn to be an electrician, and I have to learn to be a plumber. And no. If you can start with a 1-gallon pot in a sunny windowsill. Now, I wouldn't you need a sunny window, so I would wait until spring to plant in your windowsill. But as long as you have a south-facing window, you can grow an autoflower at home with no equipment in just a 1-gallon pot. We just did a 1-gallon challenge. And I think like the highest is like, dude got like a 1/4 pound off one.
I was hearing some of the numbers, and those were jaw dropping.
In a 1-gallon pot.
Yeah.
And a 1-gallon nursery pot's not even a gallon. Some people like chopped off a gallon milk jug and used a real gallon. Because I told them they were allowed to, that you didn't, use a coffee can, use an ice cream. If you got a gallon of ice cream, use your ice cream bucket.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed growing out of since I tried them is I use the 3-gallon rain bags, and I have just fallen in love with them.
And we use them for everything.
When I first started and I didn't have any money, I used the square cat litter.
Yes. Oh God. Yes.
We use those too.
Them tidy cats were king at my house. We drilled a bunch of holes in them. I could make hydroponic systems out of the tidy cats. I could do, you could do a bucket inside of a bucket system. If you take one and you drill holes in it, and then you sit it inside the other one with a spacer so they don't get stuck together, then you can water through and have the water sit in the bottom bucket and evaporate off to the top bucket. And it's pretty cool. They work.
I've used 25-gallon totes for hydroponics. Oh yeah, I have grown in closets, attics, basements, greenhouses, inside, outside, garages. about anywhere I could, get away with growing, I have tried, and most
Sam,
of the time,
rain bags are like a plasticky cloth bag. They're so you can't really overwater in them because
they're a mesh.
it's a mesh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're a mesh bag. So, and the really cool thing is, after when you finish growing, you pick them up, you'll actually see some of the roots coming out of the bags.
Right. Yeah. So even though we use the weed cloth, weed barriers, and gravel in the bottoms of greenhouses, if you leave cloth pots, bags, even hard pots sit in the same spot for too long, you can't pick that plant up because it's rooted itself to the ground.
Right, right, and root they will.
They will. They'll root themselves right to the ground if you sit them down outside for too long and don't move them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, even on concrete, somehow, if there's a crack in that concrete, then you're pulling a root off the plant when you move
it. Yeah. Now, Nancy, you said your show is once a week. What, when, and where?
I do Saturdays at 6 Central.
Sorry.
I try to stream it on Facebook, but Facebook jail has got me a lot. I've done all the counties in several states of Facebook jail already. I think I'm a repeat offender, so now when I go down pretty hard. I haven't been able to use groups for about a year.
Oh no!
But you're out of Facebook jail currently. Is that
currently my profile is out of Facebook jail, and we're just waiting for the next attack from my hater. Which I don't know if he's going to go back and attack me because he's already moved on. He's working on my friends list. He's been going down the ranks.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. Well, he found me through somebody else.
We all sleep with our plants. Yes, and watching your plants and talking to them is a lot better than what you find on most television programming. So,
I'm in my bedroom now. So I sleep with the plants.
I love it. I love it. So, Nancy, what's kind of in the future for Nancy and Nancy's Own?
Well, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up in the very near future. This Wednesday, I'm going to fly to Pensacola, and then I'm going to go through a few towns in Mississippi. I'm probably going to go and very low key meet up with a couple of different people and maybe talk to a couple of different grow stores. I don't know what the seed situation is going to be like over there, but I at least want to be able to get the educational message out to them over there.
Well, wonderful. And that is so important. Education and advocacy is what's changing cannabis. It's by letting people know that this plant is safe, effective, and the research is just beginning to catch up with what we in the community have known for years, centuries, eons, that this plant is so beneficial.
Hey, Rasta.
Oh, Rasta's here.
Yeah, Rasta's here.
Hey, Rasta. Hey, Thomas. Sam says, I need more Nancy's Own soon. You should catch the BOGO because there's not going to be another one for a little while. But there are going to be new drops. Probably the day I get back from Florida will be the new drops. My son is here. My cannabis kid is here taking care of Nugget and going to be doing packaging for me while I'm gone. And he's going to mail out my orders. So I won't have any lag in orders and I don't have to lug it all with me. Normally when I go on the road or go on a vacation, I pack all that stuff in a suitcase and I mail from anywhere. I've mailed from Mount Rushmore. I've mailed from Hollywood. I've mailed from Phoenix, all in the same trip.
Man,
Right.
I tell you what, Nancy, that is what I call commitment.
Right?
That is amazing commitment.
Well, this will be my first time that I leave it behind and let somebody else mail them out for me and watch the little dog. But we're going on a little tour. I'm gonna do Pensacola. I'm gonna do Mississippi. Head over to Biloxi, and then we're gonna go a little north of there. And just get. I like to get out on the road. I like to go and meet the people in person. I don't.
Right.
I'm not a brand. I'm not a sticker. I'm not, I can't do it that way. I'm not really good at like advertising, but I'm good at going out and meeting people and talking to people and smoking with them and, giving an opinion, whether they like it or not.
Right.
Yeah, that and we're right there with you. I mean, this is nice, but it's not nearly the same as.
It's not the same.
Paul Kurtz is in the comments.
Well, hi, Paul.
Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday,
Paul.
Mr. Kurtz. We're hoping to get this van of ours roadworthy for next spring, and we're going to try to do kind of on the road with Master Roachee live streams and getting around to visit different dispensaries, different grows, different geneticists,
different people in the cannabis
community, and get out there and find the weird and the wild and the wonderful.
And that's the way to do it, is to get out there and connect. And
right.
That's why the Canniverse Awards are so awesome. I've been lucky enough to connect with a lot of people up north up there, and then to bring them into wider circles, because they're hungry for knowledge. They're hungry for, for ideas, and everybody, when they start, everybody goes to that. I was talking about the metamorphosis. Everybody fucking crawls in that cocoon the same way, thinking that they're original. Every state thinks, that they're doing something different. No other state has done it this way before. It's the exact same every single time, but it does tend to grow and evolve in the same way. And these little award shows and the little events are the precursors to them having like big competitions.
Right.
Absolutely. And it helps it not only helps them build themselves, but it helps build everybody that's nominated, because everybody
right now they're early on and it's young, and everything they're doing is like charity stuff here. They do the Disney dogs for charity. They do the Christmas thing for charity. We're doing the Anchor on the Ice thing is for charity. Everything we do is trying to give back to the community, show the community that it's okay to have cannabis people in it. Number one.
Right.
But it will evolve. And somebody will come along that sees the dollar signs and is like, oh, I could get a jelly roll up in here and make some money.
Right.
And they'll do that. It'll continue to metamorphosize until, it gets really, really big. Right now, it's still small and intimate. And they've just now started like breaking up into little cliques where some groups are like, I don't like the way you did that.
Right. But what we're hoping with this Canniverse Awards is really to expand the community, because we are having so many different categories that we want to bring in everybody into this Canniverse.
Right. Well, right now they're wanting to recognize people for what they've done and what they're and that doesn't necessarily mean people that are out there selling products or making money. That means people that are out there that are just doing good for the community.
Absolutely.
People are making good content. People that are making great videos. People that have good information. People that are educated. People, comedians, to musicians. It takes a whole lot of different aspects for our little group and community to thrive and work. I mean, we can't all just grow and smoke weed. Somebody's got to feed us.
Right? Exactly. Oh, let me see. Where are we? Oh, well, I think we need to spin this hashtag.
I think so too.
Oh boy, how many hashtags do we got? I can't see. It's tiny.
How many are in there?
We've got 35 in there.
All right. All
That
right.
works for me. So sorry, 36. I'm spinning. There we go.
And who's going to get it?
I don't know. It hasn't stopped yet. Christy Gatto.
Christy Gatto. I know she's still in here.
Oh, Christy, come on down. Show us some love in the comments. Say you're here. Mr. Burns.
I see
Debbie
Mr. Burns.
Potts. Angela.
Grow off. He wants
Rasta Ann.
to grow up.
Come on.
I was the same way, Sam. I wanted to do something
Oh,
different.
there she is.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yay.
All right, Nancy, would you like to tell Christy what she needs to do?
Yeah, all you have to do is send me a DM, and you can do it on the Nancy Wallace profile, the Nancy's own profile. Well, I would suggest do it on the Nancy Wallace profile since I'm out of jail right now. And I'll right here after the live. Just send me a message and I'll give you a code to go use over at the website. It's a $40 coupon. You don't have to buy seeds. You can get a grinder or a lighter leash. There's t-shirts. There's other stuff on there. But I highly suggest that you get a pack of autoflower beans and give it a go.
Well, I think she would be crazy
Not to get the beans.
not to try this.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, you've got some. I mean, this is. Oh, hold on. I'm around here.
He's trying to set stuff up for his clothes.
Yeah, but it keeps moving on me.
It's moving.
Stop. Yes, stop moving. Oh my goodness.
I can see your comment on my. There you go.
So Nancy, once again, tell everybody where they can find you and
your website.
And your website.
Yeah, you can find me at nancysown.com. You can find me on YouTube, and it's at Nancy Wallace Grow. Or you can just like search the Learn and Burn is the series we're doing right now. If you search Learn and Burn on YouTube or Facebook, you'll come up with the. I know that last week was difficult because I had to make it like private. I'm going to take this 1 week off. I'm going to try to come back strong and make it public this time and see if it flies. But I don't know how things are going with Facebook. I still don't have my monetization back. They're still working on the like cyberbully complaint because it wasn't just me. He tore through the community and we have proof that it was the exact same person, or at least they claimed it was them.
Right.
Yeah,
if they want to take the responsibility, then they can take the punishment too.
That's right.
I have a hard time believing that one person can do that much damage.
Yeah, that's
but
sad.
I mean, if they got that much time on their hands, then obviously they don't have anything else important to do.
Right.
Get a life?
Well, this particular person has already burned themselves pretty much with their local cannabis community and has now had to reach outside their state to actually, bother other people.
Right.
But I got a copy of his police report, and he's got his criminal history records.
Oh, geez.
Did the whole investigative record search on this guy, yeah. Because I want to have him served with paperwork. I mean, if things get much worse for me business-wise, I'm going to have to serve him with like a cease and desist and possibly even sue him for lost income.
Well, I'm going to put this out there, Nancy. Anytime you are in Facebook jail, you are welcome to come on our show. We will help you get the word out there, and you are more than welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Nancy, you do such a great service for the community. You are so knowledgeable, and you share that knowledge in a way that's very digestible for everybody. Amazing genetics. You, my lady, are the full package.
I really appreciate it. What I know is barely a drop in the bucket of what there really is to know. But I work for a plant, and the plant tells me what to do. It tells me when to go fill a 5-gallon bucket full of water. It tells me when to go mix dirt. It tells me when to go mix nutrients. It tells me when to hang a drying line. It tells me everything that I do and what time to get up and what time to go to bed.
Right?
All that. It tells me that I have to share it with the world and tell everybody what I know. So just doing what the plant tells us to do.
Well, we absolutely appreciate you, and we're so glad that you're a part of our cannabis community.
Thank you. I'm so happy to know you guys. I can't wait to meet up with you guys at an event sometime.
Oh, yeah, we
definitely.
We cannot wait. So when right now, Nancy has a nomination, but we will let everybody know when voting is open. Can you tell them where to go to?
Yeah,
to nominate?
The Canniverse Awards nomination group, and it's pinned on your page.
It's pinned on my page.
Yeah.
So you can go there.
Nominate anybody you want. I mean, if you know somebody like the cannabis soap lady, I mean, it does not matter.
Right?
And you
get out there.
And if you have a category that doesn't exist, put your category up and say, I think that there should be this category and this person in it.
Yeah,
I
agree 100%.
Back to the people, recognizing the people, and letting the people know who each other are.
Right, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah,
there's
and it's positive.
Yeah, there's no money, there's no awards, there's no merchandise. This is for fun and for community building, and I want to see everybody get involved with this.
Yeah, and it's just to let everybody know who everybody else is, because there's other breeders on there that I haven't met yet. There's lots of
a lot of them. Yeah,
I haven't met half of those people, and I'm interested to hear what other people have to say and what they're doing for sure.
Right.
So, and it's hard to meet the right people, even when we're like out there public figures, because we're constantly being bombarded by the scammers. And man, if I had 5 cents for every time somebody offered to send me a pound of weed, I'd be a very
right.
Yeah. Well, Nancy, thank you so very much for being part of this. If you want to hang around, we'll talk a little bit after we wrap up. But thank you for taking time out of your day and joining us. You've been wonderful.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, we're gonna close the show, huh?
We're gonna be right. We'll be back with Nancy after the
end.
After the end. You know what? This has been
I love Nancy.
I do too. A great show. Also, Momma Roachee has been nominated for Community Builder,
and I don't understand.
Well, she is out there. She is the one that keeps me up to date on everything. She is the one that is the ambassador for us. It is it's wonderful to see you nominated.
You were nominated too in 3 categories, if I'm correct.
It's not about me.
That's what I said. It's not about
me. You know what? I think we're going to kick out of here with a little bit of Legends of Long Beach.
All right. Well, you guys, today's Monday, so you know what? It's only uphill from here. We are
uphill from
here till Wednesday, till hump day, and then it's downhill on the other side. So be good to each other, love each other, smile at someone. You may be the only one that does.
What
you got to say?
What do I have to say is, you know what? Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you here on Thursday night for
Thursday Night Vibes.
And
we'll have Troy.
We're going to have Troy
back on. I'm not sure who else is going to come with him.
Yeah, Troy and Ross possibly talking more about these Canniverse Awards, because we really want to get the word out. They were here last Monday. They're going to be here
on Thursday.
So stay tuned. Until then, peace, love, good vibes.
Good night, everyone.
We're going to leave you with some Legends of Long Beach. I think you're going to
Your attitude. Yeah.
Big Snoop Dogg.
Snoop. Lil Daddy the Dime. Hey, Roachee, good looking out. No attitude. Badass. In the wind again. Organized crime. I received this from heaven. Fantasy that music. I got you, dog. Low life, gangsta dub.
She just cracking. Back up in my Cadillac. Yeah. Showing y'all niggas what's happening. Learn how to move with this. Quite lucrative. I keep it going, it's snowing, I think I'm through with this. Precision and vision is how I'm doing this. Enormously known, but so gratuitous. Buckling, block, with hustle and flow. West representing everywhere that I go. Tipping the phone, ripping the dough, whipping it slow. Just get it, show, shaking and shivering. There's no equivalent. Cake we delivering, making all the dividends. Never going back to the beginning.
All we tryna do is just win again, win again, win again. Got your hair blowing all in the wind again, win again. Hair blowing all in the wind again, win again. Got my hair around with the wind again. When I hooked up on a session, badass hit me from heaven. I heard Snoop, so I fall in the coop. Got a call from Roachee, put the money in the basket. From Adams to Long Beach, smashing. Yeah. What's up, world? Mr. Badass broadcasting live with the big bang. Bang pressure, serious saying. I see you, little man. I'm a boss, so you know they gon' love me in the streets. Just one that's gon' guarantee the team gon' be. If you rollin' with the LLGs, you got a seat and a plate at the table, nigga, just like me. I'm on K-Nash, 17 the Coronado's roll. Started off this mission to hit a lick like the lotto. Stay afloat like the love prayer is the motto. Dog Pound gave me wings to this day. Me and Snoop like him and Dr. Dre, not five. Me and the low life's kinda like Snoop in the pound. See if a bitch can't swim, then she bound to drown. And I'ma get up, just to get down. On top of skill, underground like the submarine things is way below sea level. Cause on the way to the penthouse, you gon' see devils. And don't get off the elevator till you see heaven. Badass. What the fuck happened, dog? Y'all stay smooth. Thanks for recording this, 7. I love you, Roachee. Low lives. Loco. Hey, I'm refreshing. Hit me up, dog. Thank you. Badass, I lit a blunt up for a fucking reason. The LA Lakers sold the game up for the baller season. Probably believe it if you really wanna. And Ramona on the corner put the boner in the black Range Rover. The truck was kind of full of Doja. I told you that it would happen. And you rapping together forever in a day. And blow weed all day. When I called you on that Friday, you was rolling on the highway. Shut up, broad, I do it my way. Your neck was on the highway, baby. Me with the cool feeling. Really, it was very diabolical. It made me astronomical. Yeah. A few synonyms for the homie Eminem. Now look a little daddy blend with them. Much love to killing them. I'ma get you, little Kim. On my video, check out how I'm tilting my brim. E-dubs, low life, Dog Pound, yo life, lawless, flawless, yes, y'all charless. Yeah. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Rocky. Lil life. Hip hop will die. Yeah. Hip hop will die. I got you, badass. Right. Hey, badass. Hey, Dante, turn that shit up. Hey, badass. Tom Slick. Hey, badass. No life, guys.